everywhere.
To put vaccination mandatory is something very strong because it means that if you're not vaccinated, you cannot work in the healthcare system.
Quebec Premier François Legault announcing Tuesday he intends to make vaccination against COVID-19 mandatory for healthcare workers who have direct contact with patients. He says despite Quebec's high vaccination rate, the threat of the Delta variant leaves the province with no choice but to move in this direction.
The recommendation of public health is clear. There's a risk. There's a risk for vulnerable patients. So we have to take the balance. Of course, it's hard for the workers, but we have to protect patients.
Legault says 90% of healthcare workers in the province are already vaccinated, but the remaining 10% pose a risk to patients.
We're not just talking about people in the hospitals, right? It's not the nurses and physicians working in hospitals, because for the most part, we've seen COVID up front. We know how serious it is. For the most part, we are mostly all vaccinated. It's really the allied healthcare workers.
All employees that are in contact of more than 15 minutes with a patient. That's the general rule, and that includes, in terms of applicability, nurses, all the personnel that will take care. That includes the doctors.
85.6% of Quebecers are inoculated with at least one dose or have taken their first appointment, 75.6% with 2 shots.
Vaccination is going well in Quebec, but the number of contacts will increase with the return to school in 2 weeks.
The province exploring the possibility of requiring vaccination for other public sector employees like teachers and public servants. A parliamentary committee is being set up next week to debate the vaccine mandate and a possible deadline of September 1st for a first dose and October 1st for a second dose for unvaccinated healthcare workers.
There is a fourth wave as our system is fragile. We don't want to take the risk of having problems not being able to care population.
Quebec also mandating masks in class for all college and university students, saying a decision for elementary and high schoolers is coming soon.
We're not different than anywhere else in the world. We have to take action against the variant.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.